dovin, ja Boga vin, domina ja mi dovina to. Ja mi dovin, ja Boga vin, domina ja mi dovina to. Ja mi dovja, dovja vi to, ja mi dovina, dovja vi to. Domina nada vi domira, do tobia pi, do vavio, ja pilomina do gabivo. Ja Boga vin, domina ja mi dovina to. Ja mi dovin, ja Boga vin, domina ja mi dovina to. Ja mi dovja, dovja vi to, ja mi dovina, dovja vi to. Domina nada vi domira, do tobia pi, do vavio, ja pilomina do gabivo. ilumina do capiva.
All right, you nutsos. Let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're supposed to be a fan. Day, night, morning, world. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome back. Give me a second. Adjusting my camera. There we go. Boom. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Got it. All right. Welcome back, y'all. It is time for another chill, relaxing time. Just painting up some more models. We are nearly done with my Reaper Squad. Just gotta get a few more metallic pieces on there, and then our metallic paints on there. And then working on the base, and after the base is done, yeah. I can also, well, I guess while the base is drying, I can work on decals. At least work on it as much as I can. Not gonna be. Anyways, Judge, your backdrop is faulty. My backdrop is faulty? What do you mean my backdrop is faulty? Or fail? Huh? If you're talking about this thing right here, it's just my camera. Because I can't get it up, and I can't get my camera up any higher. So, but how you doing, Judge Dave? Welcome back. It's all purple. No, it's purple from this corner. Oh, it's blue from this corner. Purple from down, and purple from this thing from right here, and then red down there. It's not all purple. It's supposed to be a shift. It's an old backdrop of mine that I decided to just throw up for the hell of it. Because hey, I don't. I'm gonna speak to the Magigon, damn it. You're looking at him. Oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, how are you, Dave? Been a little bit. So yeah, just got some we're just finishing it. We're just gonna finish up these Reavers, and then we can get on into recovering from bad flu. Good. Hopefully it's a good recovery, because man, the flu sucks. It really does suck. Oh, right. As always, I gotta check something. Make sure that it please be in stock. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Okay. Well. That's unfortunate. But I think something I'm probably going to do a little bit later in the future. I will more than likely, unfortunately, No, we'll see before. Okay, cool. I need to buy some. I need to buy some primer. Kind of like basically a gray sear primer. And the primer that I'm usually buying from, it's currently out of stock, and it's not the gray sear. It's called Cool Gray. It's essentially the same thing from Colorforge. They're out of stock in the NA, so that sucks. I was hoping to actually get started on them here soon, because I got a test subject done, and I like it. My buddy likes it for his orcs. So, yeah, got a lot to do. Oh boy. Anyways, chat. I don't have much really else. Like today, tomorrow, I do apologize. I do apologize for the late start to the stream, which means we're only going to get like roughly 2 hours of the stream today. But that's okay. That should be more than enough time to finish these guys up and get some base work on them. So we got lots to do. Well, I think we still got we got a little bit to do, but not a lot. But enough to keep me busy. Like the metallics won't really take me too long. So yeah, I think let's go ahead and get ourselves into the painting, shall we? Alrighty then. So we're done with this. Correct. Yes, we are done with that. So we can set you off to the side and grab. You're not in my vicinity right now. Oh, where's my copper? Or where are you? Wait, hold on. Nope, you are right here. Boom. Don't need a lot on the plate. Oh, music. Cause yeah, I gotta get the copper onto the sheath, the guards, the edges. Probably have my glasses on though. Hey, how long have you been? How long have you had the flu there, Dave? The flu is never fun to have. the only time I enjoyed having the flu was when I was in school, and I didn't want to go to school. It sucked having it, but I was like, yay, I don't have to go to school. Woo-hoo. That's really the only times I was like, yay, I have the flu, I don't have to go to school. Yay, I'm sick, I don't have to go to school. But that's about it. Friday last week? Ooh, you had it for a while then. Must have been a good jolly time, huh? So I'm not sure. So with that, I don't think you were around for the announcements, or if you were, I'm not sure if you paid attention to the Discord at all, but I have it. An open invitation to my D&D camp, my first ever on-stream D&D campaign. So if you're feeling well enough by May, and if you're interested in playing, yeah, the best beavers. There's an open spot. Unless somebody else takes it before you do. You good? Okay. All good. All good. Good. Yeah, but figured I'd throw that out there. I got back like a couple weeks ago, still getting used to the new home. Made a big old announcement. No, I know that everybody was not in the stream. Not everybody was able to see the notification. So I started posting it in the Discord quite a bit. Hopefully, we get a fourth person, because that's all I need. You stopped doing D&D stuff many years ago? Understandable. Understandable. Alright, I'm gonna go refill a coffee real quick, and I'll be right back. Oh, too much. Too much. Too much! Z, too much on that one. Whoops. Whoops. But I do hope that I can, the primer that I do want actually comes into stock before the end of May, because I would like to make June essentially the month where I paint up all my buddies' orcs. Yep, painting up all my buddies' orcs because he asked me to, and I'm like, yeah, sure, more than okay with that. So yeah, like he's basically commissioning me to paint up his orc, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, he said he was actually going to like pay me and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Still gotta figure out how I'm planning on doing that, because more or less it's just material use and hours work. Other than that, that's really all he's gonna be paying for, because the models are already because I already have the models. Aside from the ones I'm going to be getting, aside from the ones that are going to be getting from the 11th edition box. do, 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 do. Oh, I forgot to paint something. Yeah, that's okay. I'll get to it here in a second. Still involves the copper, but it's fine. Do, 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 do. It's just a small bit that I forgot to paint on these. Just like the handles themselves. That's okay. Little itty bitty spot. Now, who all saw the announcement to the leaked terrain stuff, and to them basically leaking out some new orc war wipers? That's gonna be some fun stuff. Alright, the next up is silver bleed. That I'll actually need one of my smaller brushes that I don't like to use for metallics, but due to the nature of things, I will need to. I'm actually fairly excited for that. Oh God, bless America. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to do damage control here. That's about as good as I'm going to get that, because I know I'm not going to need all that silver. Oh, that doesn't make me happy. Does not make me happy. Basically, like a little clump got into the tip of that, and only a little bit came out, and then it just all exploded. All exploded. Doesn't make me happy. It does not make me happy. It just goes to show that I'm gonna have a lot of wasted paint. But yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in the, depending on the pricing of it, I might be interested in the pre-painted terrain. I haven't painted up terrain before. So I don't know how much more annoying it is to paint, or annoying, different. I don't even know if it is annoying to paint terrain over models, or even how much real difference there is between the two. all the terrain that I got. It's all the terrain that I've always gotten. I've gotten from FLG, and those are all pre-painted. I'll try to finish up the StarCraft. I might move on to I might move back to some more Warhammer games. Painting Reavers, my dude? Yes. Yes, I am. Painting up some good old Reavers. Just getting all the rivets that need painting and the lenses, and then we're moving on to basing. Oh yeah, and painting the lenses as well. Don't want to forget the lenses. But how you doing there, Thomas? Ever think about giving a few of them Mark IV heads for the Raven Guard vibe? I eventually want to do something like that. I'm doing great. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I eventually want to do that, but I would need to. I do eventually plan on doing it, but I need to set up my 3D printer to do all that stuff. But for right now, I like them as they are. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna actually set that up. I might end up setting it up before like the 11th edition stuff. And finally start using it to 3D print some terrain. It'll be the first time I ever actually use my 3D printer, but yeah, I just need to set it up. And it should be good. Hopefully. But I got a lot of other priorities right now. So basically, I'm painting up some custode right now for your cousin. Ooh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have some priorities that I need to essentially do, and one of those is essentially kind of the same thing what you're doing. Or actually, not kind of. It's pretty much almost exactly. And I will be painting up a bunch of orcs for my buddy. Which should be interesting. I already have the gists of color scheme. I'll show it to you all in a second. Ooh, E. Oh, my body is still not quite awake. Still stiff from. Yeah, I woke up late, so I still gotta do, I still gotta highlight them. Like, just some quick dry brushing. But, that's basically the scheme. That's basically how he looks. That's a test subject. All I'm waiting on is a primer. I need primer. I'm hoping that the primer that I want comes back in stock soon. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to actually go for Grace here instead. Because I definitely want to get a majority of his orcs done by the end of June. Because once June hits, because there's no really any games that I've noticed that'll be coming out. That I'm interested in playing, and looks like a pickup spot for Copper. Get that in a second. Well, and keep up the good work. Gotta pop off. It's been a while. Just wanted to say hello. Happy painting. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, don't forget though, before you head on off, I do have open spots for D&D if you're up for it. wasn't picking up the pain. All right. There's that. Silver's all done. I do have Lefty. Hello. How's it going, buddy? How's it going, friendo? Yummers coffee.
Nectar of the gods, what that is.
Okay. So, must be careful. I'm very sick at the moment, so I'm not doing great. Ooh, other than that, I'm doing all right. Got a lot of fun stuff in the weeks. Again, ooh, nice. Nice. But man, a lot of people are getting sick. Sick. That sucks. Hope for a swift recovery. Anyways, Death Guard should be getting their 11th edition teas today. Be interested in to see what they do with that. Also, for the in D&D, have a character concept ready to run by you. Should I do that in the Discord DMs? We will be having like a session 0 to essentially go over all this stuff. But yeah, if you still wish to like give me a heads up on it, go ahead. I need to see if I can get a smaller brush. Yeah. Smaller than this one. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Not one. Yeah. Oh. No. Okay, well. Okay. There we go. All done. All right. Sweet. It is a character concept that sort of relies on an uncommon magic item, so starting level 1, it might be iffy on that being allowed. Huh. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go over. We'll definitely have to go over this in like the session 0. So keep in mind, and as a just in case, like think of other stuff as well. Yeah, just know that this is a pre-made campaign, so decanter of endless water in this case. Oh, I can think of some shenanigans that can happen. So I'll think about it. But yeah, another thing that like this is a pre-made campaign, so you don't really need a vast backstory for your character at all. Ugh. Oh no! Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Alrighty then. No, what am I doing? Because at this point, I don't need these anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are officially painted. Now to work on the base and get the decals on. That's gonna take a little. The decals are, and the decals themselves are what's going to take the longest. And getting the bases on them, not too long. Yeah, not too long. Okay, just looking at some dudes here real quick. And then we'll get going. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just start working on the base. I'm gonna get the base done. For the time being, I'm gonna set my paint off to the side. I'm only gonna need two. That's gonna be my Abaddon Black and my metallic blue. To set those off to the side. Further. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go dump this out, and I'm also gonna go ahead and just run a quick few minutes worth of ads. Let's go ahead and just take a quick break, y'all. All right. Let's go ahead and just take a quick break. I'm gonna go ahead and run a few minutes of ads. I'm gonna dump out my water, get some grab a couple things. So it'll be a good time for y'all to take yourselves a quick break, snack, eat, drink, do what you need to do, and I shall see y'all in the next 3 to 5 minutes. BRB. Hello, everybody. I'm back. All right. Let's get to it. All right. Time to make up some basing material. Which is just Elmer's glue. Oh, this might have to be a little. Whoops. Some paint. And some white paint. Ew, guys, why make? Oh, ew, what? Why must you sound like that? Jeez. Go to the bathroom, will ya? Also, did I mention I got into Magic the Gathering or something? Ooh, you did, huh? Nice. Nice. What got you into it? And all without spending money on it. Ah, you're going through Arena? Yep, nice. I pop onto Arena myself every now and then. Haven't lately, because I've been a little preoccupied with my move. But Arena's great. It's a pretty decent way to get started. I'm gonna put things easier on myself. Where's my... What do I do with my handle? Where's my painting handle? Where's my painting handle? Yeah. Might have an issue. Where's my painting handle? Painting handle! One second, y'all. All right. Merchant turned warlock. Pack with the genie kind more. Oh. Interesting. Do. All right, there's Sergeant done. This is my first time actually using this utensils and this texture brush from Citadel since I got it from the combat patrol. And I actually already like this little thing. putting the textures on a lot easier than my other utensil. Because my other utensil was it was a large utensil. It was hard to get into a small space. Small area. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And like leg a little covered in the white splotches. Show that he's been out in the snow. The snow fly and stick. There's that, and then last guy. Then all that's left is painting the rim and putting on decals. Which those will more or less be waiting until tomorrow. Anyways, There we go. That's all of them done. All the bases done. Oh, basing material done, and then I have a crap ton of material left over. All right, how to get down here? Anything I can throw it on without it being an issue? I don't think so. Well, that sucked. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to. Yeah. I hate wasting material. And I put a lot more glue than I intended to, and so I had to put more paint, which means I needed to put more baking soda, baking powder. Yeah, baking soda in there. So I have a lot more, basically basically not usable material. So yay, cool. I need to get it out of there, or else it's going to dry to my container and make things very nasty. All right, so with that, chat, we are officially done painting them. All that's left. Well, no, they're still painting the base of them. Now, painting the rim once the terrain stuff dries. And then they'll be ready to go. But that will wait till tomorrow. Decaling. I could technically start doing that now. We won't get very far into it. I'd get like maybe one done. So instead, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and look at yeah, go ahead and do what something I haven't done in a while. We're gonna go over nice there, Lefty. All right. First guy I got to get the message across. Come on. Oh, no. Crap. There we go. let's go ahead and for the last little bit, we are actually going to go ahead and boop. Look over the Death Guard stuff. All right, so not sure how. Yeah. Also, is there a specific platform you want our D&D characters to be made? D&D Beyond, Shard. Yep, it'll be. Oh yes, it will be on D&D Beyond. I will essentially send out a link to once all the players are collected. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and.
Hello and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 Faction Focus. I am joined by Adam Camilleri, host of Nurgle and chosen of the Plague Father, and we're talking all things Death Guard. Adam, thanks for joining us.
My absolute pleasure to be here once again. I think the Plague Fathers are going to be very happy with the direction that Death Guard are taking in these new detachments and working their way into the new edition of 40k.
So how do you think the army is going to play in this new edition?
Honestly, with so many other factions and maybe faction focuses we've done so far, I think things are going to change quite a bit. I don't think it's going to change that much for Death Guard. I think what they're bringing to the table is going to remain powerful, and it's just going to push them further forward in the edition.
All right, well, let's take a look at the new detachments. We've got 3 to talk about today. The first of them is Flyblown Host, and this is a detachment that very much buffs the core unit in your army, Plague Marines.
Indeed. You will get to select up to 2 of those Plague Marine units to get infiltrate. So just start up the battlefield in positions where they need to be. They can be on objectives, they can be screening off your opponent or poised to strike. Or
to them is Flyblown Host, and this is a detachment that very much buffs the core unit in your army, Plague Marines.
Indeed. You will get to select up to 2 of those Plague Marine units to get infiltrate. So just start up the battlefield in positions where they need to be. They can be on objectives, they can be screening off your opponent or poised to strike or shoot, because of course they're a duality unit. They can both shoot and fight very effectively, in addition to being quite durable.
And you can build a Plague Marine unit to do like all sorts of jobs, right? Like they can be very combative if you want them to. They can be very shooty if you want them to, and always very durable.
Exactly right. Depending on which characters you decide to put. I mean, they already start at a very good price point for the durability that you get and the access to the weaponry available to them, and then depending on a myriad of different support characters that you can attach to them, you can really make them, as I like to say, fit for purpose. As in, what do you want them to do? You can do it.
And then you've got a range of enhancements and stratagems that make them even more efficient. So one of the enhancements, which is an upgrade, which means you can apply it to a whole unit, is called Insectile Murmuration, and this works with the Plague Marines' contagion range.
Indeed, yeah. So while in contagion range, they'll get real once to wound.
Oh, I. Is there any of the other detachments that actually give you guys any of your units, any of the Death Guard units, infiltrate? Because if not, then this is definitely pretty good. Like selecting 2 units just to be able to go like, okay, you guys, basically because Death Guard is so slow, that's just giving them more of a board presence. Being able to have them like be pushed up on the field before even turn 1. I'd say it's actually fairly good for fairly good for the Death Guard side. Only 1 flyblown tag though, so probably. Wait, flyblown host, isn't that already a? Where's my phone? Isn't that already a Death Guard detachment? And this is just a yep, it's just a they're just rewriting the flyblown host. Army rule. Flyblown host. Oh, yeah, basically Ah, okay. So it's originally the fly-blown host was Death Guard infantry, excluding poxwalkers from the army that are not embarked on the transport, have the Scouts 5 and stealth abilities. They're changing that up to give 2 units infiltrate. Huh. I almost think I'd rather have the Scouts 5 and stealth ability over that. Over the infiltrate. Hmm.
Which is not too bad at all. So rather than when they attack a unit that's within contagion range, it doesn't have to be in contagion range of themselves. It could be in contagion range of any other friendly unit. They will get reroll once.
So you could have sent the Poxwalkers in first,
Correct.
get in the way, then your Plague Marines can shoot at them from a safe distance,
Exactly
or
right.
you could be in
Upgrade.
melee
So
with the enemy.
Okay,
Spot
so
on. It's
one of the big things
in
is
all
I
phases.
we
So
don't
I think it's
know
quite a good ability.
what
Great.
upgrade
And then there's a
initially
stratagem
mean-
we're going to look at, which is
mean.
called Eye of the Swarm. This again works with Plague Marines, and it makes their close range shooting even
Close
more effective.
Well, it makes it work in combat. Pretty good. So they will get the keyword close quarters, which for the people at home, that replaces the pistol-like effect that we had, allowing you to shoot your weaponry into close
Oh.
combat.
Yeah. So, for example, if you had that Plague Marine unit and you had melter guns, plasma guns, bolters, they can shoot effectively at full efficiency against an enemy unit they're engaged with at short range. Especially things like rapid fire guns are going to be very effective.
Exactly right. And this is one of the detachment that demonstrates to me some of the things that you're already doing with Death Guard, as in trying to engage in that grind, that war of attrition that they're known for, which stylistically they already play as in the game right now. Moving into New Edition, I think they're going to be doing it, and it's going to be paying off even more.
Yeah. Moving on to the next of the detachments. This is Paragons of Putrescence, and this is a detachment.
Okay, so yeah, because a lot of weapons actually. There's definitely some weapons that actually state that like they could actually shoot in combat, that weren't actually pistols, and basically it just says it no longer really has the pistol keyword, but now it's just a close quarter keyword. So I'm wondering if they'll change all pistols and stuff like that to the actual close quarters keyword, or if they will keep pistols keyword on the pistols themselves and just implement into saying, hey, this is also treated as close quarters. But this allows a lot of other units to actually be able to shoot in combat. One particular unit is the Vindicator. The Vindicator is actually capable of shooting into combat, even with the blast weapon. Big guns never tire. That could effectively be changed to saying all weapons, basically giving vehicles and monsters, saying, hey, all vehicles and monsters have the close quarter keywords on their weapons. Unless it has blast. So this will more or less just clear some things up, like what's able to actually shoot while in combat or not. So yeah, we're at 3 minutes. I'm just gonna.
This is a detachment that buffs your Death Guard characters, already very powerful, very durable pieces. This makes them even more so.
Yeah, so this will give your character units +3 with Death Guard, as in trying to engage in that grind, that war of attrition that they're known for, which stylistically they already play as in the game right now. Moving into New Edition, I think they're going to be doing it, and it's going to be paying off even more.
Yeah. Moving on to the next of the detachments. This is Paragons of Putrescence, and this is a detachment that buffs your Death Guard characters, already very powerful, very durable pieces. This makes them even more so.
Yeah, so this will give your character units +3 to the contagion range up to a maximum of 12. So extending those debuffing auras that are selected, as at the start of the battle as to which one you
That's
need. A lot of the time in recent
fairly
days,
good.
-1 armor save. Of course, there's been a lot of 2+ armor save in the game, Custodies, Ultramarines, etc., etc. Having extra 3 inches to that from the first turn onwards means that you can get those working quicker and quicker and make value from them.
Yeah, particularly useful on those units that are deep striking in or have ways of ingressing onto the battlefield, so you can spread the contagion range even further, even earlier across the battle.
That's a great shout, actually, because of course you have a 6-inch deep strike ability on things like the Desriad Terminators, which can have a Lord of Virulence or Lord of Contagion attached to them. And then having them drop down and having that bubble just be extended means that your range firepower becomes more powerful. It means
Yeah, and I'm not normally the one for like actual character detachments unless they like affect the board presence drastically. But Paragon's Putrescence actually kind of fits that bill. It's a simple but yet very drastic effect on the field. Because yeah, as they said, the bubbles from characters just like, hey, you are now in my contagion range. Like, cause the bubble itself starts at what, 3 inches? And then just goes to 6? Because when you think about it, like 3 inches doesn't 3 inches and /6 inches. It doesn't seem like a lot, but just remind like it's a ranged of it's an area of effect. It's a big old bubble, so it's a lot bigger than what most people would anticipate. So, kind of like the hidden rule, like 15 inches, okay. I can't see within 15, not cool. But yet again, it's in a radius, so basically you just have to you just have to be within 15 on any side, as long as you're able to see the models, and you can see them. There's been a lot of talk about like with the actual like the buff/debuffs to the hidden stuff. It's kind of a hit or miss, because a lot of the weapons for so far, like Sisters, for example, most of their major weapons, they shoot with an 18 to 12. So, but with those weapons, you're getting in close anyways, and you want to be close, like the Meltas. So that whole rule kind of doesn't matter with the Sisters. Like the only 2, maybe 3 units that care about it as of this moment is Vol and her Gons, Vol and Paragon warsuits, the Castigator and the Exorcist. Everything else basically wants to be close quarters, almost near close quarters. So yeah.
That when you make combat as well with various different units, you do get more efficiency.
Yeah. So there's some enhancements that make that an even tastier choice. You've got Rejuvenating Swarm, which you can use on Death Guard infantry, apart from Terminator models. So you can use it on the characters that might be joining on to Death Guard Plague Marines, effectively. Yeah. And it gives them that kind of perennially useful, if you get hit with something that's greater than your toughness, it's -1 to wound.
This is fantastic. This is automatically included in anything that's going to be taking this detachment in
Hold on.
Plague Marines, effectively. Yeah.
When you make combat as well with various different units, you do get more efficiency.
Yeah. So there's some enhancements that make that an even tastier choice. You've got Rejuvenating Swarm, which you can use on Death Guard infantry.
That enhancement's not in here. They didn't talk about that. They're talking about an enhancement that's not in the article. Love it. I love it. They've been doing a lot of they've actually been talking about some of the other rules and aspects that aren't in the article that if you don't watch the videos, you will miss. Like the whole psychic rule. That was talked about in the videos, and if you just read the articles, you're gonna miss out on that rule. Because the whole psychic thing, weapons with psychic now basically ignore cover or ignore modifiers. if I understood that correctly.
Tree apart from Terminator models, so you can use it on the characters that might be joining on to Death Guard Plague Marines effectively, and it gives them that kind of perennially useful. If you get hit with something that's greater than your toughness, it's -1 to wound.
This is fantastic. This is automatically included in anything that's going to be taking this detachment, in my opinion, because I think every Death Guard player at the moment is, kind of enjoying what they're able to do with Plague Marines, and then just doing this in addition, meaning you're more likely to get to use them again and again and again. I think it's fantastic. Shooting and fighting as well. I think this is a absolutely superb enhancement. Get it in there.
That does sound like a pretty good enhancement.
Adding to that, you've also got another enhancement, which is Host of the Hybridized
Here
Box.
it is.
This again can be chosen by a Death Guard infantry character, effectively, and it means that whichever of the contagion range abilities you chose for your army, this character can also have the other one.
Yes.
To complete my thoughts on the whole the whole upgrade enhancement stuff is we don't know if upgrades mean you can only take it the one time, or if you can actually upgrade as many units as you want. It's not particularly known yet. However, there are like some. Oh, man, my mat is all dusty now. I'm gonna move these guys real quick so I can eventually dust my mat off. Yeah. If you can actually take the upgrades more than once, or if they're just like regular enhancements and you can only take it the one time and then it's done. It'll still count towards your the number of enhancements you have, but it does give you but if an upgrade is something that can be taken more than once, it does mean that you don't have to just take those enhancements on other stuff. You can actually just take your upgrade enhancements on units that you want. So like back to the Sacrosanct detachment. For the sisters, like the enhancement upgrade is basically gives them an extra OC. Like if you want to just like kind of bog down an objective basically is like give them you can have like 1 or 2, maybe 3 full Sacrosanct squads with that enhancement, and just say, hey, this objective is mine. These objectives are mine. But if it's going to be one of those where yes, upgrades are just like regular enhancements and they can only be taken once, then it would be kind of But I'm wondering if it's the former.
Indeed. So this is a once per battle per army. In your command phase, you can select this ability. If you do select one of the plagues listed in Nurgle's gift, you have that one active in addition for that turn. Yep. So this is really good when you need to pivot quickly. The biggest one I can think about this is, at the start of the game, you are wanting to extend and get your ranged profiles more active by, debuffing your opponent with minus armor save, and in truth, just giving kind of +1 AP to a lot of your activations. But then when you get stuck into the grind, into the melee, into that attrition game that we want to do as Death Guard players, you can pivot to being -1 to hit to your opponent as well. And so therefore, in that crunch turn, when they connect with you, you connect with them, you survive the reprisal and hit back, or you just keep churning and pushing through that much better.
Yeah. And then, as you'd expect, there's a bunch of stratagems. The one we're going to look at today is called Agravus Spasms, and this effectively is an ability you can give to one of your Death Guard characters that means that you can pick an enemy unit in contagion range, and that unit becomes easier to see for the rest of your army.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I was saying, as I said before, like with the whole hidden aspect, it's definitely going to be one of those where we have to play the game to get like the full information on whether or not like it's a good if it's a good rule. I kind of like it. Makes things a lot more interesting. This basically is just saying, hey, you have none. You have no hidden rule, because now it basically affects nearly half the board. basically puts your unit in range of half the board. Because hidden is a 15-inch aura, and this basically puts it up to a 21-inch aura. Which for Death Guard, being like a more a shooting army, is fairly good. Just get like maybe a couple indirect units within range of like the 21, and then just bombard the unit. Which is another thing. They had a sister detachment that involved the Exorcist. Now, I don't know if they're going to make any changes to the whole indirect effect. I did mention this in the Discord, over in the Discord, but one of the things I'm wondering if they're going to do is actually allow indirect to be able to hit hidden units. That might be a little broken. Either that, or they change the whole everything below a 4 is a miss rule. I am definitely wondering about that, because if they allow the whole hidden units, allowing indirect to be able to hit hidden units, keeping the everything below 4 is a miss rule is actually kind of decent. It's still pretty good. Or if they don't have the hidden and do the latter, as I said, it's gonna, because indirect right now is like, it's not great. It's not the greatest thing. Like, having a unit in your army that can do indirect is okay. Having a mass of them is it's okay, but at the same time you're hitting a lot of the army is like hitting on 4s. Hitting on 4s already, and then the indirect puts everything to be hitting on 5s. There's a few there's few units that actually with indirect that actually hit on 4s or hit on 3s. Like some Space Marine units like the Whirlwind, and then the Sisters vehicle Exorcist, which hits on 3s, and I think some of the Death Guard stuff. So yeah. Because like, okay, so what is the actual like ruling for what is it? Fetid bloat drone. Because they're ignores cover. No, not a blood bloat drone. With heavy blight launcher? Is that what I'm looking for? No. Okay, so I gotta go to the sister stuff. Exorcist. Yep. The ruling on indirect fire, weapons with indirect and their profile known as indirect fire, and an attack can be made with them even if the target is not visible to the attacking model. Oh, okay. So actually, it already is built into the rule, but they can still technically hit hidden units because they're not technically visible. So I wonder if they will actually keep that rule. Unless I'm thinking poorly on the whole all right, hidden and obscured. There's no obscured. Almost okay. Here hidden. The foremost amongst the changes: hidden rule, infantry beasts, and swarm models inside a terrain or area can be hidden as long as their unit didn't shoot in the term. While the model is hidden, a model is only visible to enemy units within their detection range. Okay, so visible. So yes, though there is the detection range. That probably counteracts the indirect fire. because it's not detecting them. So yeah, indirect is going to be one of those confusing and weird things that may or may not be good.
Yes, so you
once
got a
11
character for
hits.
one command point. We select one visible enemy unit within contagion range and give them +6 inches to their detection range, going from a basic at 15, which, you know, there's going to be a lot of nuance to that, but from 15 to 21. That is quite a distance difference. From hidden 15 to hidden 21 is quite big.
So you can imagine both of those two detachments joining together.
Yes.
Your characters buffing your Plague Marine infantry, being able to kind of win the firefights, win the close range shootouts, win the close combats against most foes. That's going to be pretty tasty.
I absolutely think so. I think these two detachments work together extremely well already, but also they work into the existing detachment structure that we get in the Death Guard Codex that's, you know, being ported over, moving over from the editions. And of course, Virulent Vectorum already exists there. Champions of Contagion is one that I think locks in, especially on both of these. That one that already triggers both off Plague Marines and characters and the interactions therein. And I think that detachment in particular gets Silver Service, gets so supported by the addition of either one of these added into the mix.
Yeah. And then last up, we're going to look at Contagion Engines. This is a detachment